welcome back to more Space Engineers. Hal here, and well, we are just having some fun. Basically, I just finished doing some welding. As you can see, we've added some parts to the ship. Let's go out and take a look at that really quick. Put my helmet back on because, well, it's kind of hard to breathe in a vacuum here, so let's go ahead and close that up. And then let me show you what we've been working on. So, if you remember last time, we actually had finished the passageway, we had finished the command console and everything. I had a bit of an issue with the save, so I had to go back to a previous save, which actually worked out in my benefit. Because what this allowed me to do is to come back and make a few changes. We've added a few more thrusters for lift. We've started putting in some of the exterior skinning on it as well. So we now have 10 thrusters for lift, 4 thrusters for each direction on the lateral, and when we are done, we will have 7 thrusters for retro, which should hopefully be enough to support this thing when it's full of, you know, like platinum or uranium or even ice. We'll find out. We'll find out what our weight thresholds are. But I did go ahead and make some changes here. As you can see, we've got a bunch of armor in on the ship now. We've changed up the stylization a little bit. And then I'm going to leave the side panels open, so if I need to do any expansion, like if I need to throw some more gyros in, we do have enough room in there to throw 2 more gyros in. I'm seriously considering putting in one of the new access hatches here. You know what? Because we do have the oxygen tank over here that just needs to be welded up, apparently. Oh, how's this one doing? This one is the same. And our oxygen generator also just needed to be welded in. Okay, so we now have an oxygen system in the ship. Now, I need to... So that's pumped into cargo, so in theory, as long as cargo is... Oh, you know what? That's the maintenance cube, which means cargo is not tied in right now. Alright, so when we were playing around with this last time, we figured out that we needed to have a maintenance cube that has the adapter on it. Alright, so which one are these? These are... No. Under the production? No. Which ones are those under? There we go. So what we need is, that's the T-shaped maintenance, internal maintenance sorter, mergeless maintenance. Yeah, let's see here. Trying to find, maybe it is the T-shaped maintenance adapter. Let's see here. Is it this one? Yeah, so basically what we need is, if you see when you're looking at the outline of this thing, there is a black panel on top. Well, currently on top of this cube shape. That black panel is the adapter interface that ties whatever your, like in this case it's going to be the cargo container, into the rest of your supply network. Now, it is invisible inside the hallway. When you're looking through there, you don't see any pipes or anything heading in that way, which is kind of disappointing. I would like to see something that shows that that is tied into your cargo system, simply because when you're doing maintenance from inside the ship, it would let you know exactly where your cargo connector is. Now, the drawback is that we have to grind this beast down. Okay.
Energy low.
Oops. Let's see here. There we go. And we're gonna hop on in there. So that tells me, so looking at it from the outside, that tells us that it's connected. I'm not sure why this particular block does not have the lights on it, which is kind of unusual. I'm thinking that that may be either an oversight on the mod author's part, or it might just be a way for you to know that this is where your connector is that ties it into the rest of your supply chain. Alright, so it's actually, it's too bad we're not in the gravity well over here, but we'll take what we got. We can go ahead and jump in the seat here if the system will stop lagging, please. So the nice thing is that my recording software will keep everything in sequence for what you're seeing, even if the system pauses on my side. So give it a moment here to catch up with me. There we go. And then we can charge up. Now we do have power on board the ship, as you can see. I think yep, okay, we've got power. So what we'll do is, once I've got a little bit of energy here, hey, look at that, my energy's back up. We'll go ahead and finish off the corridors. We'll finish getting these things in place. Let's go back this way. We need to bring in some lights and stuff as well, but once we have all of these hallways done, we can pressurize the ship. It's so much fun having to redo the work again. So that is still missing a bunch of parts. Okay, for this one we are missing a bunch of parts and a bunch of parts. Okay, so what we're going to do is, on this side, we are going to do the same operation we just did on the other side. So we're going to take this piece out. Going to put that in and then weld it back up. So we now have our systems completely tied together. We do need to get this piece done so that this piece is being fed. And then that will allow us to basically just dump resources into the cargo box up here and feed everything into the system, including the oxygen tanks downstairs. So let us grab, what do we need here? No plates, or no grids, so we need 40 interior plates. We don't need those, but we do need 40 of those. Let's grab 20 of those, another 40 of those, and then 100 of those. Is that right? Girders. We need girders. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab a couple of those really quick. How many girders did we need? Need 15 for each. That's not good. We need... Oh. Okay, that's why. I'm sitting there going, why didn't that connect up? It did connect up, it just is not connected through yet. So what did we say we need? We need another... You know what? Let's just... Can we grab 100? Yes, we can. Awesome. So we'll connect that one. We'll connect this one, so it is now connected all the way through. Let's go ahead and so we need a lot of interior plates and a lot of construction components. Is that true across the board? Yes. All right. So we are going to go here, grab some plates. So happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic week. And it slowed up once again. There we go. So yeah, but hopefully you had a fantastic weekend as well. All right, so you are done. You are done. Everything is connected through. That is a good thing. I like seeing that that is connected all the way through. All right. And is that it? Is everything connected all the way through now? Yay, everything is connected. Okay. That helps a lot, actually. And then obviously I can't place anything here because the welding arm is basically blocking everything, which is fine. I'm actually thinking about leaving that open so I can drop ice directly in the case I run into a situation where for some reason the rest of my network is down. Having the ability to directly access these things generally is a good thing. So I may end up leaving that open. And then in here, I was thinking that I don't know. I think I'm going to leave this open. I may leave this open so I can see the charge on the fields, on the oxygen tanks there. And then this one I was talking about maybe putting a vent in here and pressurizing this. So in the case that we have a situation where we need to recover people, you know, basically we would have an area that was secure for doing so. But I don't know. I can't really think of a reason why I would need access to this outside of some RP reasons where, you know, we would have basically coming in to do maintenance and stuff. Because generally speaking, if something happens and I need to replace or fix things, I'm going to be using the shipyard, and the shipyard has enough reach that I shouldn't need to really worry about everything else. Oh, that's what I forgot. I forgot to put the antenna back. Well, crud. Alright, so we need to figure out a new place to mount the antenna. We might actually be able to do that down here. Well, the antenna is going to be 2 blocks wide. So I guess I could strip this stuff out of the middle here and do it that way. Alright, let's throw... Let's just go ahead and throw all this stuff in here. Let's go ahead and grind the rest of this thing down. I really don't like having pieces just kind of floating around out here. You know me, I'm horrible about that. If I don't pick them up, it's going to go floating off, so I'll forget about it, and eventually I'll run into it, and there will be much swearing. So, I mean, I could even put the antenna here on the back of it, but I really want to keep everything pretty much behind this bumper. I may extend this out because I'm thinking about throwing a couple of more thrusters on the back of this thing in the case we need them, but I don't think we're going to need more than 4 for forward motion. Simply because of the fact that, well, all of the thrust that we need is really going to be in the lift and retro, because when we're drilling, this thing is going to be vertical. So this is what's going to be giving us our lift. So I may go ahead and do that. Let's see, that's 3. Come on, there we go. Alright, so let's bring up the antenna. I mean, I guess I could technically put a laser antenna on this thing. If we do that, what's blocking there? Those are blocking. How far out does this thing go? Alright. So let's try taking that one out. Is that enough? If it goes any further than that, we're not going to be able to use it here, so look at that. Awesome. It's just close enough that the output from that thruster should not do any real damage to it. That's a good thing. Okay. So what we're going to do here then is... do we want to just leave it like that? I would really like for this thing to be over a little bit further. Alright, let's take these out. And then the reason I'm doing this is... hello. But yeah, like I said, the reason I'm doing this is because I'm trying to get, obviously, the stuff out of my inventory. But I want to keep everything inside the actual armored skin. Simply to be a little bit safer with everything. Because, well, you know, you've seen me fly. I tend to like to run into things, so... Alright, and then that allows us to also do this then. There we go. Oh. Too much going on screen. I will be glad when the new build comes in because it's supposed to fix a lot of this. Hopefully it actually does. Alright, so from here we would go... to there, and then we can't place anything there because of the antenna. Okay. Out of steel plates. But as you can see, that basically gives us the little cut in that I want it. It gives us the coverage on the antenna so we don't have to worry about things breaking off of the ship. Always a good and very important thing, especially when your life may depend on the ship. Alright, and for this one, are we going to do the same... where did we place this? Okay, so... we're going to take these off. All right. Come here. So we're going to do that. To that. To there. Thank you. Alright, so let's try that again. That should be nice. Okay. That gets us most of the ship done. So I'm going to go ahead and do a quick cut because we've only got a couple of minutes left today, and I don't want to take this episode too long. What I'm going to do is I've got a bunch of parts being made. I'm going to wait for those to finish crafting up, hit the weld button so that we can get this thing welded up, and I will bring you back once we have everything in place. See you shortly. Hey all, and we're back. So, as you can see, we've got most of the ship done. We've got just the last couple of components that are finishing up now. I think we should have enough of the ship together though that we'll be able to take her out for a test flight. Let's go ahead and... I heard a bunch of stuff come online. Alright, let's go take a look, see what we've got left. should be pretty good at this point. Alright, so what are you missing? You're missing everything. Are you just too far? Yeah. Looks like it's a little too far in between the welders, but that's okay. And the system is lagging. There we go. Alright. So all of our thrusters here are done. Most of our thrusters on this side are done. This is just missing the tubes. Let's go ahead and grab those really quickly. Yeah, those we need. We just needed 8, right? There we go. You know, no sense having it and not being able to use it, so, alright. But it looks like everything else is or should be done, yes? All of our stuff up here is done. Alright. So, as you can see, I did go ahead and add in the armor blocks that I was talking about. We finished up most of the area back here. Now, this bay area is actually in case I do need more thrusters for push. If we don't need more thrusters for push, I will probably take that out. Like if I need more for lift or something like that, we can use it there. The other piece of it is that I could turn this into a small room back here, where we, you know, maybe put a this load thing is really getting annoying. But as I was saying, is I could probably turn this whole thing into a small room if I need it to, maybe with one or two chairs in it, just in case we do need to take people with us for some reason. But it's definitely got options. Now, if I find that I do need more engines for lift, or well, I should say for reverse, what we'll do is we'll take this row of blocks out, and we'll have a thruster pointing, you know, for basically reverse. Right. And then the same on this side. And that should give us enough at that point, because we've already got 7 here, I believe, right? So we're pushing 7. If I was willing to rework the command center, we could actually put another one here, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna be willing to do that. We'll have to figure it out. Basically what I would do is take that block out and replace it with one of the inside corner blocks like that one, so I'd be able to get around things inside but still have it sealed at the top. Alright, so let's go ahead. Like I said, we're gonna head in here really quick. I'm not even gonna worry about closing the doors because I've set up some groups, and we're gonna go ahead and get in the seat. Now this is the first time I'm really flying it since we did the restore, so I'm not sure how well everything's going to work. But before we go anywhere else, we're going to hit 7 to close the doors. All of our hatches are now closed. If we had ice, the cockpit would be pressurized. So our lift engines seem to be good. Our push engines, we knew were going to be slow. So what we're going to do...
Ship fuel low.
Oh, 17 minutes of fuel. That's not good. Okay. So let's go... Before we get too far away, because I'd really hate to get stranded in this thing. That would be rather embarrassing, wouldn't it? Alright, so let's go grab some fuel really quickly. Let's see who's got some uranium we can... You've got 120. So we're going to take 23 from you. Let's take another 20 from you. We've got a bunch of uranium processing, so I'm not that worried about it. And we're going to grab 30 from you, because we haven't been using the reactor here all that often. And let's grab another 22 from you to give us an even 95. Okay. Now, wow, the thing is almost looks like something out of like Warhammer or something, doesn't it? All right. $110. I am curious to see how much burn time that gives us, because these engines seem to be a little overpowered. So we'll go ahead and close up all of our hatches again. So in idle, that gives us 100 days worth of power. 11 hours heading forward. 6 hours heading backwards. And 5 hours lifting. Okay. Not too bad. Well, we're out of the gravity well, so I'm not too worried about it. Let's see here. Let's swing this beast around, pointer towards the moon. We do have both of our jump drives online, so we're going to go ahead and set up the second jump drive. Oh, I should have renamed these. Your jump drive 1, okay. So we are going to have that one set to jump. Go in here. Where is our jump drives? Oh, let's say that one will be the one that takes us to the moon. Jump drive 2 is the one that's going to bring us back to the station. All right. So since you are the one bringing us back to the station, orbital station, we're going to select you. This one should be lunar. See if we can find it. Let's go all the way down here. Moon jump. Okay. Okay, so we have everything set up. Now let's just make sure when we mouse over this. So number 3 is to the moon. Number 6 is back. Okay. So jump drives work. It's a good thing, because that would be really bad if they had exploded while we were using them. Let's turn off our dampeners. So everything seems to be working fairly well. We really only have 2 engines that still need to be updated, but I wanted to give this a try. So let's do a quick save as. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can get out of the atmosphere with these engines. It looks like we probably will be able to, because the thrust on these seem to be a little bit higher than what we had on the default ion engines. I'm just not sure how well these things are going to work in an atmosphere. So this could be a very short trip. We could be crashing into the moon. Let's see. All right. Turn on the inertial dampeners, and yeah, these should have more than enough thrust to keep us safe. I have to say, I really like the way that looks. It came out pretty nice. And we have our all of our drills are set up, so we should be fairly safe. Now, the one thing I didn't build into the ship is landing gear. Alright, let's see if this is going to catch up to us. There we go. But yeah, as I was saying, one of the things I didn't put on it was landing gear. Mainly because of the fact that, well, when you have a ship that's built basically like this, it's not going to do you a whole lot of good to have landing gear. Oh, look, we need to put another block in, too. So, I may end up putting a couple of more push thrusters on this thing, because I would really like to have a little bit better acceleration. But yeah, like I said, it's a mining and cargo ship. It's not meant to be a speed demon. Oh, this system stutter is really getting to me. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this thing over to the mining location. Almost looks like a Cyclops, doesn't it? Like looking at you. It's like, feed me more. Alright, so we're in 0.2 Gs. The lunar gravity maximum is 0.25, so everything, yeah, it looks like we should be okay. Now, our dry mass is 632K. We're going to have a lot of room for... let's see, fully loaded. We should be good for at least 1.6, actually... like 1718. So what we're going to do is we're going to try this first. I'm going to stop and pick up a little bit of ice because we do have the oxygen generator, so it would be kind of nice to have the cockpit have the oxygen in it. Could you imagine seeing something like this come out of your out of the clouds into your planet? Be like, hi, how you doing? We're just here to steal your, well, everything. Alright, so when we go vertical, so we're going to go this way, because like I said, I want to steal a little bit of the ice. We do need more ice anyway. All of our oxygen generators are starting to run a little bit low. We only have about 600K left on the station, which is fine for the station because, well, you know, we've got all of the solar powered oxygen generators there. But let's see how well this thing does. When we are mining, this is not a time for the system hangs. Come on. Take it nice and easy so that we're not destroying our ship. Okay, so we have about 300K of mass on board. Let's see how much of that is ice. Okay. Why are we not... Okay, so all of our ice is here. We're seeing quite a bit of it actually, but it's not shifting itself back into the cargo. Okay. So let's look at the drills. You are using conveyor system. There we go. Okay. Just had to reset the cargo name. Let's see how we are doing here. We're going to take a little bit more ice back. So we're going to take it to 1.3 and see how well that does. Okay, we're at 1.3 right now. We are slowly backing up, so we do need to add more thrusters. Okay. Good to know. I did not want to get stuck on the moon. At 1.3 we should be okay though. Let's see, as long as we don't actively... Right. Okay, so that's what? We got 7, so that's 7, 9. So if we tip this back, we should be okay. We're going to keep trying to move backwards here. There we go. And because we're at a flatter angle, we're able to get out of here faster. Nice. And system lag once more. Yay, system lag. Okay. All right, so it looks like everything is working. We're going to need to make a little bit of a change to the ship. We're going to have to put in a couple of additional thrusters. I do want to also do a test on this style of thruster to see what our kill zone is with it, because with the normal thrusters, the ion thrusters, you have a like 2 to 3 spaces, 2 to 3 blocks that you can't place anything in, or they'll take damage from the ion thrusters. And I want to see if that holds true with these, or if it's smaller, because we know at least 3 is okay. If we can get it to 2, it gives us a lot more option on what we're doing as far as the builds are concerned. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and call this one here. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that like button. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to throw it down in the section below the video. If you're new and haven't done so already, I also do ask that you subscribe, as the likes and subscriptions and even the comments help the channel to grow. But more importantly, it lets me know that you're enjoying the content, and well, that's what I want to be doing. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic week, and we will see you back here next time for more Space Engineers. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. Yay, we are in deep space. Wait for the thrusters to slow us down, and then we are going to turn our butts around. Look at that. It's nice having a ship that actually accelerates and decelerates properly. And since it's already mapped in... Oh, so much fun.